come to my event. It's called Secret Knock. It's known as the greatest event you cannot attend. We are Forbes, Inc., Entrepreneur Magazine's #1 event in the world for networking. The end, right? Who you are, what you do, what you're doing. All right, I think it's time for, I'm gonna give you guys an education here. So this cost me $130,000 to learn what I'm gonna teach you right now. When I got into this industry, I couldn't understand why certain people had all the exposure, all the attention, were on all the talk shows. And I'm going to see what I'm going to share with you will resonate with this, and maybe it does. So I called up the producers for Oprah and Good Morning America, Today Show, and all these American things. This is why. And it came down to 4 simple steps. If you really want to create a brand, it comes down to 4 simple steps. Number 1 is called the name and a hook. And a hook is kind of like in a fish's mouth and pulls you in. So people shouldn't, people should want what we have right from the gate. So for example, I did this book, and it was called The Millionaire Mentor. And I called the local stations and said, put me on your show. And they said, why? I go, I just want to help people. They hung up on me. I called back and said, put me on your show. Why? I said, I'm Greg, the Millionaire Mentor. What's that? It just pulls you in, right? So the whole idea is it grabs some type of attention. Step 2 is you do something that's called an elevator speech. It says who you are, what's your message, why are you an expert, why should I give a shit, in 15 seconds. Who you are, what's your message, why are you an expert, why should I give a shit. We have such short attention spans, people. We don't have, slides out there in the real world. We just want to think. So I would sit there and say, I'm like the new Zig Ziglar. I teach people to get what you want. You help others get what they want. I became a multi-millionaire doing what my mentors taught me. And now I'm going to teach you, you can do it too. Who am I? The Millionaire Mentor. What's my message? To get what you want, help others. Why am I an expert? I became successful doing it. Why should you care? I'm going to teach you all my tricks. Just like that. And then step 3 is your essay version. It's kind of like then your slides. You're showing your expertise in action. But people want to know who you are, what you do, this stuff before you get to this. Step 3 for me would be, let's get this out of the way. I don't just work with millionaires. I work with inner city gang kids in San Diego. I get them off the streets. I show up in a brand new Ferrari. They call me their millionaire mentor. Became a badge of honor where the president of the United States wrote a letter of commendation, changed my life and community. And then step 4 is your product, good, service, where they actually want to sit down and talk about it, which leads me to my book. Now watch this. Hi, my name's Greg. They call me the Millionaire Mentor. What's that? I'm like the Zig Ziglar. To get what you want, you help others get what they want. Became a millionaire doing it. Now I teach others. You can do it too. Well, I want to be a millionaire. Wait a second. I don't just work with rich people. I mentor inner city kids, having to be successful, driving a new car. It's okay. Here comes the Millionaire Mentor, badge of honor, President of the United States, which leads me to my new book, where I'm going to teach you and your audience to do the same, the Millionaire Mentor. See how that all goes together. Now I'm a fucking expert because it showed these steps. And what happens, it checks every single box in your brain when I'm talking to you, so that you know that you want what's going to be delivered. And what this is just a data dump. And you guys are all just so smart and brilliant, and I get that. But it's a data dump. So all I'm saying is, from the very first words, we need something that it's kind of like Ghost Drive.
Follows you everywhere.
Yes. Or your files that follow you everywhere. Oh, what's that? Does it sound I'm saying? But it's something like that. We need some type of a thing that grabs your attention, what says what it is. From slide fucking 1, it doesn't say anything except content. And what we want to do is grab people's attentions. And again, nothing has to be solved on this call. I'm just sharing with you guys from a marketing guy who's out there just crushing it in this stuff. This is how this industry works on this side of it. So if it was Ghost Drive, take your files everywhere. Like or something like that. Or the files that follow you everywhere, or you come up with something catchy, but then at least it is saying what it is. Does everyone understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. And then step 2 would be what I said. your slide should be, fuck all this about your competition. I don't care. And all I want to know is who you are, what's your message, why are you an expert, and why should I care? This is so important. Who you are, what's your message, why should I care? This is the next, this should be your first slide. And again, this is just information, because again, as an investor, as a George Chanos is piping in here. That's what I want to know. Who you are, what's your message, why are you an expert, why should I care? Then you're going to tell me how incredible Ghost Drive is and what it does. And then you're going to show me all these slides, because I'm not going to listen to your slides until I know that. It makes no sense. Why would somebody do that? It's illogical. So step one, name a hook. Step two, elevators, pitch. Step three, show me your expertise in action, how great you are. But then step four, show me all your shit. This is basically the way it works.